YouTube channel. Today everything revolves around this wonderful workshop vacuum cleaner PARKSIDE. I've had it for about 2.5 weeks now, and I've been thinking about a few things how I can improve it. That was once the thing with the hose. I'll make a link. You can see what I've been thinking about. Now I have another improvement for the hose, which I will show you in the second step. In the first step, I will show you the following, namely this vacuum cleaner, which is up there.
Here is the applicable information.
Holders.
And there you have the opportunity that you have such an L-box.
Installed by PARKSIDE. Jetzt habe ich mal nachgeschaut, die ist momentan nicht lieferbar.
And I wasn't quite sure either, because it is like that.
I don't like green.
And in terms of price, it is quite fierce. Now I have an infinite number of L-boxes lying around in my workshop. I'll show you what they look like, or one or the other of you will already know it. I'll show you it. I'll turn it to the side a bit now. We have a larger one. Then we also have a next size here. And then there is this one. Very flat here. We have them here and there. I am well stocked. Now I'm thinking about what I'm going to do, because I would like to put all the accessories for a vacuum cleaner in a box so that the net is loose around. And I'm thinking, for example, you can do the following. You can do it yourself. Build an adapter plate out of wood, but I don't like it so much. Then I looked on the internet and came across the following by chance in eBay classifieds, and I'll show you what it looks like. It looks like this. These are adapters from PARKSIDE to the L-box, and I'll show you how to attach them, how easy it is. I clean up again so that we have a little space, and then I get a little closer with the camera. And then let's take a look at this. Sodala. I have to think about this adapter myself now. They are practically clipped in around, so around with this flat side here. So they sit nice and tight. And now you take the L box and it just goes in here. Adapted. So, and now you have the opportunity. I'll open it up so you can see. Here I have all my accessories in it, i.e. universal muses, etc. And you also have the option of tidying up everything so that you can carry it in a pinch. I'm thinking with the original, so if you don't pack too much in then. I think the good things keep the fact that it's too heavy. Of course, you can't exaggerate, but for the workshop, as I said, everything is neatly tidied up first. A really clean thing. I'll show it again like this, and I really have to say, I'll show you in detail. I think I paid €12 for it now. I'm actually not such a fan of this 3D print, because I can show it. I hope you see it on camera quite well. They really make one. Qualitatively, I will make a good impression and also very stable, so I think they will last for a long time. And maybe at some point I will try the original from PARKSIDE. I have no idea whether that is better or worse, but I think it will be just as good. Well, that was the first tip. Now comes the mode tab and the following. I replaced the original hose from PARKSIDE. I got it and made sleeves on it so that I can use it with these standard adapters. And I got the vacuum cleaner hose from Centec, and which is now in there because it is simply more flexible. Now I thought I'd take this old hose here and use it for another vacuum cleaner. But as you can see, this thing is really flexible, equal to 0. I'll get the original from Zentech so you can massage it. Next to it I have another one because I bought another in white foresight. So I can run it on my second vacuum cleaner. So now you can take a look at it. I don't think you can see that it is much more flexible and better in handling. Is the same length as the one like this here, again the part. But now I feel sorry for this fabric, and indeed such a fabric. It's actually a hose, and has the advantage that you supposedly don't get caught in the grooves. But the much better advantage that I see is that it doesn't become anti-static. Supposedly no dirt sticks to it. I'm curious, and now I have the idea, why don't I just take the fabric down here and put it on there, and I got it specially from Amazon to make the whole thing beautiful, and then I'll show you briefly here. 35, 35 and 40 shrink tubing ordered, and somehow cost 5. And I want to try to practically remove the cover from the old tubing. Then I put it on the Zentech and re-weld it with the hot air gun. And then I think it's a really nice thing. And then it comes back, of course. Get the original vacuum cleaner. And then I have this fabric hose again. And don't throw the part away, because it's important to me, because I bought it and I don't necessarily want to throw it away. And we'll do that in the next step. In the first step, I have this tube, which I prepared a bit, which I didn't like so much. I'm doing it under the oven again, and I've sunk it a little bit, but I don't like it that much. The first thing we do now, we practically pull off the shell here, then we go to the other side. Next, I'll work on this lower section, ensuring it's well done, and then we'll proceed to shift here. Take the cover out. So now it's easier like this. Take off the cover. Well, let's put it aside for a moment. Let's look for the tube. Den Zentech, das Original, wie ich schon umgebaut habe. You can see here, this is the connection from the packing side with this nose. And so I'm going to push it on it. Now I'm practically taking off the front side. First removing the remote control like this now. Then we turn off the click system, and now we turn this down here. Now let's put things aside, and now we can compare the Zentech hose with the hose here. And I think if you look at the flexibility, I'll do the one here, which immediately bends here, and now let's take a look at the Zentech, which covers that away. So you really notice that it is much more stable in terms of pressure. And I think that's just because of this bad hose you used. It goes into the trash like that.
So at this point, the following is happening. Now we've securely grabbed the hose right here. And just push it like that.
the one with the tube also works with the shrink tube. I just ordered it like that. I have no idea. I've never processed such a big shrink tube before, whether it fits nicely and whether it welds nicely. Of course, you can also glue the end of the tube if you want, but I'll just try it with the shrink tube first, then we'll see what it looks like. Now pull up here a little, you'll get a little air like that. Now the camera is turned off. Yes, yes, and we'll soon have it like this. So you can already see the end. Let's make a good job with longitudinal stripes, and it will arrive quite late. First, we will take the shrink tubing, measure it, and then I will determine which shrink tubing to use. Attempt, I made it too warm, and now in the second attempt it worked. So I have the shrink tube on it, grab this vacuum cleaner piece, turn it back on it, and go around it when I get close. Not practical. Press the dust hose vacuum cleaner hose in like this. We have to be a little careful with the shrink hose. This makes it really stick tight. So here is the result. I practically have the shrink sleeve here. Now the vacuum cleaner hose is firmly in it, and the fabric is. So now the other side comes, so on the other side, I've already made a bit of the hose on it. and I'm now pulling it up to there, and then if I turn it so lightly, and that's how I practically get it on, I pull it a little longer like this if you turn it a little and pull a little. So now it's on. As I said, this is a bit of primrose work, and now I can actually go ahead and cut this off. So now we pull that back a little bit, and now we have to adjust it on the page, of course. And here practically comes this spout here. Cleaner goes in. As I said, I made this shrink tubing on it. It looks quite good, and you can still turn it off if you want to uninstall something or install something else. Unfortunately, I found out on the page that these are quick moves, and I also got this vacuum cleaner trunk from Zentech, and it's a bit longer. I'll show you why I left this open so far. I once had, when I want to connect normal vacuum cleaner accessories, I turn it on here. Now I practically have this connection, and when I work in the workshop, because these quick couplings only have such a short thread, unfortunately I have to do it that way, but I can live with that, so it's no problem. Additionally, I can attach my adapter right away. Now I will assemble everything and demonstrate the final product. I'll show you how to reposition the Musorum and what the vacuum cleaner hose looks like in its entirety. So everyone, welcome back here again to the conversion. And this is the old hose. You can see how flexible it is. It goes to the trash. And now I have the Zentech hose here with the fabric. Of course, it looks better visually. I'll start it as you can see. And now you can also make it wonderful up here. Nice, flexible, and finished like that. And the old hose goes to the trash. Now I'm showing it with the box so that you can imagine it. I just have to do it. And now all my vacuum cleaner accessories are in there. Once or twice like that. Now I have it ready, the little vacuum cleaner. Here again, you can see all the material, adapters, etc. Everything nicely tidied up and ready for the workshop. Yes, that's it again, with a short video of me. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe I gave one or the other of you the idea of what you can do. Of course, you don't have to do it with shrink tubing. You can also glue it in, etc. Holds up just as well. I just wanted to be able to use both adapters for my system. With this in mind, I wish you a nice evening until next time. Hello.